Alright, back for more DanDaDan. This time it's chapter 137, chapter title That Zuma Dude. Oh boy, let's open the chapter. Alright, so we open up on a shot of Zuma's face. And then Momo's surprised looking at him. And she says, "You're dot 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 Unji Zuma?" Question mark exclamation point. As he's they both have their own little contract things that are currently happening. I don't know. These like little scrolls with feather pens appeared to both the next to both of them. Uh, all right. Next page. What did you wanna meet me for? Asks Zuma. Huh? Oh, replies Momo. And she says, "You've got a gold ball, right?" And he's kind of seems a bit surprised that she knows about it. And then she goes on to say, "It belongs to a friend of mine. Give it back." She's asking for the gold ball back. And he replies, "Whoa, so if you know about the gold ball, then can you use powers too?" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, replies Momo. Sorry, but I ain't giving it back. Not until this is finished, says Zuma. And then he says the next page, because in this world without it, we can't use any abilities. Oh, okay. So he can use abilities because he has it, but she can't use her abilities because she doesn't have one. All right, cool. Uh, and then she says, "That's the deal." Question mark exclamation point. So that's why you want it? What? You didn't know? And then she says, "But who told you all that?" Uh, and some guy I don't know. He knew a ton about magic objects. Replies Zuma. And then we got on the next page. There's just a giant library, with like multiple floors and looking very grand. And it says, "I was reading about them at the library when Burroughs suddenly appeared and started talking to me." And then Momo asks, "What did he look like?" Zuma replies, "Dunno. When I try to remember his face, it's like my head goes all fuzzy." All right. And then he goes on to say, somehow he knew what I was racking my brain about, and that I have powers." And then we got a shot of the police box station. Um, in any case, I went to a police box with him and retrieved the gold ball. For some reason, the cops weren't suspicious of me at all. Anyway, that's when he told me about it, and he said if I didn't take it with me when I entered the diorama, that I wouldn't be able to use my powers once inside. Oh, okay, so he already had powers before even obtaining the gold ball. Okay. Why was this guy helping you? Asks Momo. He told me to wreck this world for him. Okay. Ooh. So next page, this guy's being represented as a little shadowy figure. All you really see is his eye, or one of his eyes. So you might have like an eye patch or something. Or hair covering up the other eye. Unclear. It's just a shadowy figure with only an eye visible. But anyways, he goes on to say, apparently he can't enter the diorama. That's why he wanted me to go in his place. Alright. Can't enter, but why? Asks Momo. How should I know? That's all he said. But if it means I can help my friends, then I don't care either way. Uh, so this next page has got just a bunch of monsters from this realm, and then he's going on to say, "It's been rough though. Nothing but monsters all over the place in here." What do you mean? I haven't run into a single monster or anything at all for that matter, says Momo. And he says, that's because I took out every last one of them. Alright, so he's been busy in here for a while just fighting them. Okay. Momo says, so that's why? She's surprised. Look, haven't you noticed? Uh, asks, asks Momo. This is a game. A game question mark? Uh, he responds, uh, yeah, okay, so take a good look. And it shows a close up of this slanted wall. There's like ropes dangling from the top. So you're supposed to like run up the slope, grab the ropes, and climb up, I guess. Okay. See how nicely placed those ropes are? It looks like a setup for an athletics tournament. Okay. And then this next little page has like a little, it looks like a board game with like player pieces, some monster pieces. It's got like spaces for different stuff. Um, very board game like. And Momo's saying, as represented by her board piece, we don't have to go to the trouble of beating every monster. All we gotta do right now is focus on clearing this stage. Okay. And then she says on the next page, with a shot of the diorama from above, and if we clear every stage, then we should be able to get out of here, right? Uh, and he responds with, you some kind of genius. And she says, I know, while holding her head, like the genius is hurting her. Okay. Uh, and then okay, next page, our next panel is she's appears to be removing the sheath for her sword, and while saying, look, let's go. Your friends are worried about you, you know. Damn it." Then he's kind of got a blank expression, to be honest, maybe a little frowny. But then he says, "Hey, what's your name?" She responds with dot dot dot. I'm not telling. Okay. And then she goes on to say, if you give the gold ball back, then maybe I will. Okay. And then she starts trying to climb the wall. Uh, she's saying, oh, it's very small text. Humph, I think she's saying. And she slips down the wall. Earth. Shoof as the sound effect. Alright. So Zuma removes his little wood block sandals, whatever you call them. Puts the sandals on his arms and dashes up the wall, grabs the rope. Uh while she's still struggling trying to climb the wall on on all like fours instead of dashing up, like which would seem like the obvious solution, but okay. And then he says, come on, just come up this far on your own. Uh and then he says, I'll grab you, as she looks not amused. This sucks. Triple exclamation point. She's like upset. Alright, and then there's a shot of the rope tied at the top to a nail. Okay, and then he says up up. So she did manage to get up to the rope. Eventually, we made it. She says. And she says as they're at the top, nice job, Zuma. Listen, you. He says. in response, but if you can use your powers, then why don't you? It would have made the climb a lot easier. And he says, they're not that all powerful. I mean, they should have a boost from the golden ball, but yeah, okay. And then they both say triple exclamation point while looking at something over the wall. Okay. Well, it's a big old obstacle course. Just a big old obstacle course. And it's all made of candy. Candyland obstacle course. I mean, there's like ropes, suspension bridges, there's poles, nets, there's like bridges of various kinds. Um yeah. It's a big candy bridge. Or not bridge, but candy obstacle course. Yeah. Okay. Next page. That's crazy, says Zuma. And the Momo says, "Whoa, this is a little wild. Where's the bottom? Question mark! Exclamation point." All right. Zuma proceeds to pull off his pants, and he says, "Okay." And then Momo reacts by saying, "Yeah, what the hell are you doing?" And then Zuma responds with, "Well, I'm worried. Dot 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 about your skirt. So could you put these on?" Oh, he gives her his pants to put on. Okay. Oh, thanks. Um, ooh, let's do this, Zuma. She's wearing his pants that look awkward on her. I don't know why they're all puffy, making her like look like she's kind of fat. I don't understand what's going on with the pants, but okay. Uh, so she says, "Woo, let's do this, Zuma. With your powers, we'll zip through this in no time." Um, okay. He responds on the next page with, "Oh, sorry, the gold balls in the pocket of those pants." Uh, of all the, she responds with, "Of all the dot 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 exclamation point. I want to get moving quick." Uh, he says, "Sorry." She says, "Damn it," as she's going through the pockets. Dot dot dot. Wait. Dot dot dot. What the dot dot dot? Question mark. Which pocket? She says, and he says, "Huh? It's not here, is it? Are you kidding me?" "Oh no," he says. "Look, look. Over there." She's pointing at something. It's fallen down there." Okay. Evidently, the golden ball has fallen into the center of this entire obstacle course. How it got there, no clue. But you know, it's there, just in the center of everything. On a pillar, it looks like, shining brightly. All right. Next page. They're looking down at it. "Must have fell when I was taking my pants off," says Zuma. She responds, "You dumbass. Think before you act." And he begins climbing down onto the obstacle course. She says, "Hurry up and get it." And he says, "Right." He's like on a candy cane, giant candy cane pole. It's like horizontal. He's balancing on it carefully, and he's saying, "Hard to balance on here." She responds, "Because you're wearing Jetta Jetta sandals? Geta sandals? I don't know how to pronounce that. Jetta or Geta sandals. I guess that's what those sandals are called." She says, "Lose them." He responds, "But don't you think Geta are cool?" Uh, who gives a shit? She says, "Get a move on." And he's, I don't know, surprised or focused or something. Oh, okay. A bunch of, I would say, frog like chefs with little chef hats and chef coats suddenly appear all over the obstacle course, uh, menacingly. They look like they're ready for combat. or maybe just cooking food. A close up of one of them who's balanced on one of the bridges, looking down at him. And then next page he says, "Oh no, there's something here." She responds, "Gross." He says, "I'm gonna need you to help." Uh, and then she says they're after the ball. Okay, so now it's a race to the ball. Uh, so both Momo and Zuma are now on separate candy cane bridges trying to balance walk across and get to the ball as the frogs are everywhere, ready to attack slash also go to the ball, and it says to be continued. All right, well, fascinating. Very interesting turn of events, but okay. Again, I don't know why it's making Momo look like she just has a ginormous booty, but I don't know what's going on with these pants, but okay. All right, well, that's the chapter. Very cool, very cool.